talk about some more serious news?
Oh, serious? You got
news.
something?
What do you got?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. We want to preface this by saying, like,
Hey, it's up to you. You know the topic. Let's go.
if people are,
We already talked about hentai and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And CP, come on.
I mean, if people are, I guess Etika fans. I mean,
Damn it,
my boy.
Here we go.
I don't know how much I want to preface this by saying, like, if you're sensitive to, like, kind of suicide and kind of this, like, heavy topic, maybe
Personality disorders,
Yeah, like maybe skip ahead, or maybe like skip like way far ahead. So last week, Etika and also named Desmond. I don't know how to say his last name. Amofa. Went missing. A lot of people thought it was a joke or whatever. And then a couple of days later, a video came out that seemed to be like a suicide note. And then a lot of people started taking it more seriously. It seems like on Tuesday of this week, police found a body in the river. And then it was confirmed the next day that body was Etika. So it seems to be that Etika has killed himself. Recently, the coroners came out to say that he died of suicide by drowning. So that means that he did have blunt force trauma, but he did not die from the impact of falling off the bridge. Yeah, I mean, it's very, like, kind of heavy. A lot of people have struggled to take this in. He's been struggling with mental health since October, I believe. He self-destructed on his YouTube channel. He put, like, porn basically all over his YouTube channel, and that got deleted. Wow. Yeah, you didn't know about this?
I don't really follow him as well, or did follow him.
Okay.
For other people that don't really follow him,
I have no idea what he did on YouTube.
Tell us more about Etika and what he does.
Etika, oh yeah, sorry, I should have probably seen. Etika was a well-known YouTuber that played a lot of Nintendo games, was very like a Nintendo big boy. And a lot of people really appreciate, he was well known for like his reactions. So he would react to things like Smash announcements or like Nintendo announcements with like a very, very over dramatic. Like he would like go crazy basically.
Yeah.
And he was well known for that, and people really liked that about him. In October, he's really, I guess he started to spiral. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but he started to spiral. His channel got deleted for posting porn. It seemed he gotten better after that, right? He made a new channel. He seemed to be okay. And then in April, police had to detain him after he threatened to commit suicide on stream. So they basically on stream he was being arrested by police, and he was brought to a psych hospital. There was a whole drama about him being brought to a psych hospital. He was let out, I think, the next day or something. Like, there was definitely, like, people were trying to get him help. People knew there was something wrong. They were trying to get him help. He refused help.
Was that the event where he got taken out on a stretcher?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was going with that. In May, once again, he had an altercation with a security officer. And again, he was sent to a mental hospital. Again, he left. He didn't get the help that he needed, I guess. There was a lot of signs that people saw that he was suicidal, and nobody, I guess, did anything or could help him. It became a spiral, and we've reached this point where he has sadly taken his life.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to find somebody that, like Young said, a lot of his popularity came from the way he would react to things. It just seems so, full of life and genuine, and he seemed just so excited about everything, and it really made you excited. I mean, me speaking personally from experience, like he used to do like these things where you would like watch first episodes of animes, or I started watching a couple of animes just because like he watched them, and it was this weird like connect, and it's kind of strange to put into words, but like it was like you're hanging out with your stupid ass buddy and you're watching some fucking random anime, and like it was more about being there with your friend than the actual art, and you just had a way of like taking something that I don't know, I probably wouldn't have interest in, and be like, all right, maybe this is pretty good. Etika really likes and we're having a good time or whatever. He was just this great dude.
is sad too because he was recently working on Attack on Titan, and it was getting me into it. I didn't have like a thing for Attack. It's like Etika was watching it. Maybe I should take a look at it. Oh, it was cool. I don't know if I could.
You just had this like magnetism or something about him, you know?
Yeah,
I could give this a shot if this dude's into it. It's weird. It's weird to put it into words.
A charisma, definitely a
Charisma. Yeah.
It's honestly, like I'm not like a super fan of his. You know, I'm not that. I'm not like I don't watch him daily, but to see somebody near our age do that, like commit suicide, kind of hits home.
Yeah. I think he was 29.
It hits home in the respect. It hits home in the respect that we've all had depression,
right?
And we've all been in a dark spot.
It's all different levels, and the problem with him is the problem that he had was I read an article that said the internet kind of failed him because he was brought up as his personality who was a little bit over the top. So when he, clearly from what I've heard was throwing out tons of signs like, I'm not feeling good, this world's better without me. The internet essentially failed him. Like they didn't give him the help he needed. They thought it was overreacting. Even like popular YouTubers like Keemstar would, really, say he's faking and all that crap, and then what does he have to say now? I don't know. It's just sad because it's all right in front of your face, but it's like that one famous scene where a woman's being like killed at night but no one does anything,
right.
People here, it's kind of like that in a weird sense.
Right. It's that whole are you as much to blame for being a bystander?
It's like, yeah, he's like throwing out all these stuff, and maybe some people are like he needs help, but he has like tons of people around him. I'm not gonna do anything.
The worst thing is that people were actively in this clown-like behavior. People were just posting like clown pictures, whatever. People were posting like him not to like very, very poignantly, like just saying you've lost it, just go away, like whatever. After a certain, a person can only take so much, before they lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the feeling because I'm not that large of a YouTuber, but whenever I get like comments like that. It's you get like, I don't know, 90% good comments and then 10% bad. The bad ones really stick with you. So I can only even imagine like the deaths, like the shitty death threats, that he would get. I can't even imagine.
Like I'm not even that big, like the biggest social like media space, but like whenever anybody, it hurts, it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just goes to show you the power of words, and like even if someone's not there, you just always you don't know what somebody's going through,
It's always I always bring this up. It's these days online anonymity, people to say whatever they want, no consequences.
I don't know if you guys have seen the suicide video yet. It's really sad too because
from him
because people are passing him as he's saying goodbye.
Oh.
And how he's like leaving a stained legacy, and like people are like walking right next to him. It's kind of like anybody around you could be like having these suicide thoughts, and you'd never know.
Yeah.
It's just it's just really sad.
Always make sure your people are okay. Just like even how you doing, or hey man, I haven't heard from you in a while. It really goes a long way.
Yeah.
How you doing, George?
I'm all right, man.
Got some good coffee today?
I drink UCC canned coffee.
What's that?
It's mixed with milk. It's Japanese. Ever since I found it like a year or so ago, it's been my go-to coffee. And now all the pre-grinded coffee I have in the fucking cupboard is going to waste.
Hell yeah.
Doing okay, Ben?
Yeah,
Ben.
Little heavy.
Well, I'm not chiming in because I don't really know Etika that. I haven't really followed his content.
Sure.
Did you listen? Well, me and Ben were talking. He listened to the H3 podcast as well, so you must have heard a little bit about him, right? On there?
I did.
On the last one?
I heard about it from H3. Doesn't really know him either.
I know, but he brought up this really, really crazy thing that another big YouTuber did involving Etika.
Is it J Station?
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say his name because I don't give a shit about that guy, but he apparently is a really shitty human being. He makes like sometimes videos about Ouija boards, 3 a.m. gone wrong, and as soon as the news hit, he stopped his car and then he like Well, okay. One of the videos he did was called Ouija board Etika gone wrong. It was like a couple hours after or a day, and then he later changed the title to, I'm sorry, Rip Etika, and then the dislike bar was like 99 down. What a garbage person, man. I don't know what kind of kids watch this guy, but oof. I heard he also put up a couple Patreons and he didn't get anybody because all of his people are like little kids who watch him.
What a piece of shit, man.
Yeah,
Stop making dumb people famous, guys. Come on. That's all I gotta say. It's just, terrible. People taking advantage,
Yeah.
And they've recently, I think like a couple of days ago, they put up like a memorial on the bridge. He jumped. Yeah, on the bridge he jumped off.
Pretty cool. People were putting Joy-Cons down. That was a big thing with him.
Yeah.
Joy-Con voice for life.
Where was he from?
Brooklyn. I think.
Brooklyn.
New
York.
York.
A bridge over there.
Yeah,
that's good.
And it's sad that it takes this to like bring people together, but it really brings this.
You know what's even more sad in this day and age? Give it a month, just the next thing.
Yeah.
So sad.
People need to be better. Like we can be better. Like we need to be better with each other.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. Like we were lucky to grow up, half, like half non-internet, half internet. So we know what it feels like.
Yeah.
So I feel bad that these kids these days know nothing but the internet. They're all disconnect. Ugh. We'll see. Maybe in 50 years, people will be more connected because it'll be like more
the hyper internet.
Like no more texting. It's all 3D models.
I can just send you my feelings.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
It's just sad that we'll never get like another. Like it's hard to even like think. It's just not. God, it's not. We're never gonna see him again.
That's the shittiest part. There's like this thing people talk about like in art, where it's like you don't really appreciate an artist until they're dead, and you're like, well, I'm never gonna see another piece from this person, and you like go back and you like analyze things. It's like, wow, he was a master of this and a master of that, and maybe if you would, in cases like this, where maybe they suicide, maybe if you would have told them some of these things wouldn't have come to light,
I'm sure now a lot of there was some statistic where a lot of people regret committing or trying to when they there was some statistic of people who jumped off the San Francisco Golden Gate, and nearly everybody who jumped off, or I think actually everybody who jumped off and survived, said they regretted it.
Jumping?
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's just like that. I just can't even imagine that feeling after jumping.
Yeah, like I said, we were listening to the H3 podcast, and he was saying like, because Ethan deals with a lot of depression as well, and all he has to do is literally like take a day to think about it, then everything would be fine. You have to step back, take some perspective, and really see that things just aren't as bad as you think. Like, he was, comparative to a lot of people his age, he was doing pretty well, he had a lot of friends, family, some good money coming in, something he did love to do, but he just focused too much on the bad stuff, and that's what's really the horrible part about it. It was like, it wasn't that bad, compared to like, I don't know, some 30-year-old guy living on the street who has to rob some people to live. I don't know.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
You get wrapped up in your own little world and forget you're such a...
Just step back. Just remember, we're all just dust in the wind.
Get stuck in your
just
own
look
mind.
in the sky. The aliens up there. We're a little speck in the universe.
Yeah.
Come on, lolies. Come on, dude.
You get to talk to you fuckers like every Saturday now, maybe, and
or cool. Sunday, whenever you're free.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 times a week. Depends if we have a lot of stuff to say.
We get to hear Young yell about shit. That's one of my favorite things in the world.
I'll definitely yell. Yeah, it's just this. Like this isn't really the time to play.
Yeah. No, I understand.